Life in this downward spiral, it takes out how much she hates her own life onto her own daughter. I mean, you guys do know that's what's happening, right? It's pretty clear. Like, this lady is obviously not living her best life out here, and since she's so lazy and powerless in her day-to-day life, she just takes out her anger and frustration on her own daughter, who is unfortunately just stuck there being verbally berated by her own mom day in and day out, for no reason besides the fact that deep down the mom actually just hates herself. But she turns that around and just tells her daughter that she hates her instead. It's sad, but it's really a tale as old as time, honestly.
She basically said, I overheard Adriana talking with her older sister, and I hear you want to take guardianship. I was a little bit caught off guard, but I said, I will do whatever I need to do to help the situation.
Yo, can we just get like a big shout out to this teacher here? I mean, she seems pretty young herself and is considering having just total guardianship over one of her own students because her student came up to her and told her about how terrible her living situation is, and how her mom basically just says all this terrible stuff to her. She's honestly just the MVP of this story, because apparently she has been very helpful to this girl, and I haven't shown it, but she vouches for this girl pretty hard throughout this whole segment. They show her living situation at her house, and it's dire to say the least. I mean, of course, if your mom is just lazy and can't take care of herself, your house is going to be looking damaged as well. Anyways, take a look.
My mom is very neglectful to her kids.
Here's the living room, just an empty house. Here is our lovely kitchen. No lights.
No lights or furniture because I'm a lazy trash parent that can't even afford to have power in my house. And I forced my kid to live in vans with me when we get kicked out since I can't afford rent and don't want to have a normal real person job. When I'm a full-time terrible mom instead, I mean, it takes a lot of my time and stress. Hey, you guys made it pretty far into this video, so I'm going to take a break and ask you to like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell in the next 5 seconds. If you can do all of that, you will get your very own castle. Sadly, the property tax on it is like $50K a month, so if you can't pay that, I don't know what you're going to do. But, I mean, you have a freaking castle, so that's still pretty baller. Anyways, on with the rest of the video.
How do you hate your child?
Well,
So Dr. Phil pops the question here, the one we have all been kind of wondering this whole time, and definitely the part that I just can't wrap my head around at all, is how can this lady honestly and wholeheartedly say with such ease that she hates her own daughter? I mean, most of the time, family is all we truly ever have for each other in times of need, so it's just so mind-boggling to me that this woman could mother this girl for 17 years and just say, yeah, I hate her and I want her gone and don't care if she died. Like, what a sick, twisted human being for even saying that out loud. I mean, you're free to think what you want in your head and fool the world, but I mean, when you just come out and say it like that, it seems so twisted. Just wait to hear her reasoning. It's as stupid as you would expect. Check this out.
when she started going to middle school, 6th grade, that's when her bad behavior started.
That's right. When her daughter was in middle school, she started acting out a little, and that's when she just started to absolutely hate her. I don't know if this moron realizes this, but that's pretty normal in the course of every kid's life. Middle school is a very normal age for kids to act out, and their hormones are all out of whack, and they're just going through some very tough times in their childhood with a lot of changes going on. You can in no way just absolutely blame your own behavior on your kid being a little punk in middle school when that's just purely something that most parents go through. I'm sure it sucks to have to deal with it and it's stressful, but again, most parents go through it. Well, except for mine, because I was an angel and didn't become a punk until late in high school, but of course I was smart enough to hide it by then, but still, I digress. Either way, this lady just makes me sick, and that is one of the most BS excuses for hating your child that I could ever hear. There really is no excuse to hate your child, but that one is a terrible reason. Honestly, guys, I just don't think I can take any more of this lady today. As I always say, I've killed off enough brain cells listening to her talk, and if I go any longer, I might reach her level of stupidity, and trust me, there's no going back from that. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments down below, and as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, peace out. What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grim. Today we're going to be talking about a little-known channel called Morgs again. You know, the dude only has, like, what, 9.7 million subs? So I'm sure none of you have heard of him before.
I spent 24 hours in freezing cold ice. The ice prison is officially complete.
Well, and as you just heard, this man is about to be spending 24 hours in freezing cold ice. And basically made an igloo out of ice blocks. I don't know if this man realizes there are people on this earth that spend their whole lives living in things exactly like these in sub-freezing temperatures, but he sure does make it pretty dramatic.
I just hope that he's okay. Watch to the end.
So first things first, you heard the man, guys. You gotta watch till the end, because apparently he came this close to dying from this makeshift igloo, and you gotta keep watching until the very end. It sucks you got hurt, but that's what you get for trying to turn yourself into Encino Man. Alright, side note, I gotta stop watching these old movies. None of you youngins know my references. That's a movie where a caveman is frozen in ice and melts like 10,000 years later. Anyways, you know, many of you might have seen PewDiePie's video recently on Morgs, and I'll be honest, I kind of am out of the YouTube challenge niche or loop, so I almost forgot about his videos for a second. But after seeing our based YouTube lord, Felix, going in on him, it made me want to get in on the fun as well. Alright, enough talking, let's cut to this man's signature yelling intro. Maybe cup your ears to protect yourself.
I ordered $2,000 of solid ice blocks, and I am gonna build my own ice prison and trap myself inside it for 24 hours.
So he claims claims that this is going to be the most extreme 24-hour challenge that he has done yet to this day. But in all honesty, I feel like he's done crazier, even though most of these are probably staged as well. In reality, if you think about it, putting ice blocks around you and sitting in it for 24 hours would probably be very boring. But I mean, when you're about to make 10 grand alone from the video, like he is, it probably isn't going to matter as much to you. I feel like most people will be able to do this if they just had the willpower for it. Plus, I'm sure he's going to have his Gucci sweatshirt to keep him warm. What YouTuber would be complete without one of those, am I right?
And as you can see, the whole squad is here creating my very own ice fortress. And I am going to be trapped in there with absolutely no escape for 24 hours, trying not to freeze alive.
This shot killed me, man. You got this kid literally screaming at his camera, doing his video, while his older parents and this really, really old dude that delivers the ice are being his little henchmen building this thing for him. Look at how red this man's face is in the background. You couldn't just do a time lapse and help them build it and then done your intro once it's built? Sheesh. Also, again, he claims this is his best challenge yet and most extreme, even though, in my eyes, eventually he's gonna run out of things to challenge himself on for 24 hours, right? Like, if YouTube is still a thing in 2025 and he's still making these videos, he's gonna be doing stuff like the no breathing for 24 hours challenge, or something insane like that.
This is very dangerous. Do not try this at home. Leave it to the idiots like me, willing to put their life on their line for a challenge.
This is the most annoying part of his videos to me, in all honesty. Bro, we all know you're not putting your life on the line, and most of your 8-year-olds watching this are probably going to be able to realize that too. Don't make it so dramatic, man. You're going to be cold at best, and that's it. It's not like you're doing Evel Knievel stunts, jumping over like 30 buses in a motorcycle. You're just sitting in the middle of some ice overnight, and it's not even touching you. Probably not even doing that. We all know you're going to film your 2-minute segments and then go inside for like 8 hours till it gets dark and then film an update.
Come on, guys. Is this the best you've got? You've been lifting that block for 10 minutes now. Come on. Mini Morgs could have done better. Get a move on. Oh, come on, guys. I'm not paying you to stand around looking at it. Get it on there.
Imagine making your parents your own personal workhorses for a video. It's ridiculous. Hold on, guys. I gotta call my mom real quick so she can help me with this challenge. Yeah, hey, can you lift like 50-pound blocks all day? Yeah, you're good for that, right? Cool, just head on over. Yeah, I'll toss you like 50 bucks or something afterwards. Actually, no, I'll just let you be in the video, Mom. I've got clout. That's worth way more than money.
I am starting to get pretty hungry. Mum said she packed me loads of nice snacks inside the bag, so I think you guys know what that means. It's food time!
This whole presentation is just not for me, man. I cannot handle these cutaways with the Inception movie soundtrack horn, and like holding the camera below his face screaming. I mean, the man has a natural knack for making his videos about twice as long as they should be with all this filler.
Baked beans! Mealworms! She said she was packing me all my favorite snacks! Do I look like I eat mealworms?
Oh, what do you know? Mork's mom back to her old tricks. Who would have expected her to troll him like that, guys? Am I right? XD, man. That mom is crazy. Guys, smack that like button if you thought that was the most epic troll of all time. Sorry, I was talking like David TV there for a second. And now he's following that up with the insane idea of ordering Uber Eats to his house.
Guys, there is no chance I'm eating any of that, so it looks like I'm going with plan B. Order food on a delivery app and get it delivered to the ice house.
And he's thinking that this guy is going to be so surprised and confused, but really this dude is just out here doing his job delivering food and will probably just walk up nicely and hand him his food while asking to not be on camera.
Yeah, that's me. I ordered at my house. Yeah. Thanks so much. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, like I said, this dude is just trying to make a buck and feed his family. He doesn't need some Gucci-wearing influencer filming him trying to do his job.
It's 4 p.m. right now, and I don't know if you can tell, but the sun has gone in, and it's starting to get really, really cold.
So now what? It's been like 2 hours, and he's already talking like he's about to give up. You know, for someone that does a lot of these so-called 24-hour challenges, he really is not that resilient. But you know what? The sun is going down, even though the lighting in this scene has gone completely unchanged, and that means it's going to get downright cold.
It wasn't too bad at the start when the sun was out, but now it's flipping chucking it down, and it's freezing. And guys, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, the weather says it's going to be a storm tonight.
Oh wow, so the rain started as well, and his phone says it's going to be a storm tonight. Guys, that's so scary. Wait guys, he didn't actually show his phone screen where it says that, but he wouldn't like lie to us, right? You wouldn't just use a rain sound effect MP3 over this video to enhance the fact that while the ground might be wet outside, it's not actually raining that hard, nor will the weather be very severe tonight. I know Morgs, you just wouldn't do that, guys, sorry.
Soldiers, I have assembled you here today because I need your help.
Wait, this man is clearly outside of his ice house filming this. Cheater! He's cheating! I also love their faces while he's reciting these lines to them. You know, usually they make crazy faces, but this time they're just like, yeah, whatever, kid, let's just make the video. Just get on with it.
Hi, can I have a nice cold water, please, with extra ice?
Jill, I can't believe it. Morgan's gonna be fuming.
Wow, so this man's parents just went out and completely trolled him once again. Morg's mom is verified the best prankster on YouTube, so we already know that she's gonna be creative like this. Instead of taking the car out to get him hot drinks to keep him warm, they instead get water with extra ice. So guys, real quick, I have a super fast challenge that only takes 5 seconds to complete. So if you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just give it a try, it really works.
What was that?
To warm me up.
Yeah, Morgan. I'm sure this will help.
Oh my god, does the acting chops in this man really need to improve. For someone that has been doing this for so long, you'd think he'd been making small improvements along the way, but it's almost as if as time goes on, his acting gets even worse with every video. Also, this poor attempt at an igloo is looking dilapidated, man. Like, it just goes to show how warm it actually is. It's nowhere near freezing because these blocks are melting in just a couple of hours. The overacting is just so strong in this video, man. I don't think I've ever seen someone do a spit take like that in real life. It's just something you see in movies. It's not something that people naturally do unless something makes them laugh like really hard midway through a sip. Of course, it's freezing
shot
as
him
well. You're holding the
through,
cup before you
okay.
take the sip, and your hands can tell right away the temperature of the drink. Guys, I know I'm like dissecting this way too hard and going in way too hard on this video, but there's just so many plot holes, man. It makes this whole thing ridiculous to watch. That's right, guys. As soon as the mom gets back with hot drinks, the fort fell. What do you expect? I mean, this ice is stacked on top of other ice, and the ones at the bottom are melting, so it's gonna be leaning eventually. Now, I'm not gonna say whether or not Morris actually gets injured here because he went to the hospital, and to me, that seems like a really extreme thing to do just for clickbait. So let's say he actually did get injured from this falling ice. All I gotta say is this is truly one of those play stupid games, win stupid prizes type situations. Alright, so he goes on this long spiel as if he came within an inch of his life, which
Like
I know
cinnamon?
for certain is not
Yes.
true, as he probably could have gotten a concussion, but that's as if these giant ice blocks actually fell
Love you
directly
too.
onto his head. But yeah, they go and load him up and take him to the hospital after this, which sounds extreme to you guys, but it's probably for the best to at least get him checked out after this happened if something really did bonk him good in the old noggin. Now, when you guys have had something hit your head or fall on you, I don't think that turns you into a walking zombie that can't even stand or walk on your own 2 feet, even 2 hours after the incident, right? Because apparently that's what happens when Morgs hits his head. I don't know, there's just a lot to be said about this man's videos, and once again, all I gotta say is he is a king of being dramatic. So that about does it for today's video on Morgs. I will say these
What
challenges
are they
getting
showing?
out
God
of hand.
dang.
I mean,
Look
you
at
can't
they
handle
shooting
sitting in
at.
an igloo for 24 hours without coming within an inch of dying.
Oh,
Maybe you
look,
should
a
just
fire
hang it
truck.
up and go back to sitting in Walmarts for 24 hours like people used to do, man. That's just me, though. Let me know what you guys thought of this wonderful challenge video down in the comments. If you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and hit the bell to turn on notifications so that you can join the most lit notification squad in all of YouTube. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, peace out.
Got that bird. Got that bird.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grim. Today we're going to be meeting a mother and son that have a very toxic relationship, to say the least. Guys, watch all the way through this one. Joe Copperfield himself has a really hard time understanding these two and why they're doing the things that they do. It's pretty hilarious, but without further ado, let's meet them.
I have enabled my son Jason for most of his life. I've given Jason close to $200,000.
Whoa, okay, starting things off with a bang. You know, I really don't know what this woman does for work to be throwing around that amount of money, or how long that has been going on, but I mean, come on, this dude looks to be in his 40s at least. Are you really still needing your mom to be dropping off money to you and supporting you at that age? You don't have a job or anything like that, like a normal adult should have, where you can financially support yourself and your
Why
family?
does
Because
this
$200,000
keep
is a
on doing
staggering
this?
amount of money to be lending to a child, especially one that is now a fully grown adult.
$61,000 to help him with his rent, $28,000 for a car, $17,000 for groceries, $12,000 for attorney's fees.
$17,000 on groceries? Never mind the fact that she paid for an attorney for him when he got in trouble for who knows what, or bought him a brand new car. But I'm wondering how this man spent $17,000 of his own mother's money on groceries. Is he shopping at Whole Foods in the organic section? I mean, that I can understand because one orange there is like $3, so it would add up quick, man.
One time, when we decided to go car shopping, he picked out a Honda, and I agreed to pay $200 a month.
Hey son, you know how I fully support you financially already and everything, even though you're a 40-year-old man-child? Yeah, I'm gonna stack onto that and just give you $200 a month towards your car. Let's go new car shopping. Also, I love the shot of him stacked up Lean Boy style against his Honda Civic or whatever that thing is. I'd be surprised if he didn't smack a huge muffler on that thing too, just by looking at him. He seems to be that kind of guy.
When I realized that he was doing growth hormones and steroids, the light bulb turned on and said, Patty, you cannot support this habit any longer.
Ah, okay, so that's where all the money goes to. Sheesh. Moms don't understand,
Oh,
bro.
don't
Sometimes
let
you
them
just gotta
hit
devote
me.
all your funds into roids, dude. It's the only way to truly get swole out of your mind. I mean, can't you see him going hard on this hotel gym Bowflex? How else is he gonna get the chicks if he doesn't have cannons for arms? No, but in all honesty, finally this discovery of her son using these roids is what got this mom to cut him off financially. So I guess that's for the best, as she was in so deep into that hole already that she's already probably suffering through debt just from the financial things that she gave to her son. That explains the $17,000 worth of groceries. I guess he was shopping at the vitamin aisle, if you catch my drift. Only real big bodybuilders know that one. High five, bro. It's like I physically can't lift my hand with how big my shoulders are. My bad, dude. Low five. Let's go drink some protein powder, huh?
He parked the car at the gate. In his text, he said, you've got your car back. This is the only thing that attaches us. So you should be soon 6 feet under.
Okay, so that really amped things up a notch. He must have really just been hopped up out of his mind to even think of setting that, because maybe I'm an idiot, but just straight up telling your mom she's gonna soon be 6 feet under is a little wacky in my eyes. I know that's a real hot take there, but I really don't think that should be something said to your own mom. That's just me, though.
Jason has 2 daughters. He continuously tries to keep the girls from me. Jason has taken out 5 restraining orders on myself.
5 restraining orders? After all that she's done for him, that's gotta be like the biggest slap in the face ever to her. Yeah, Mom, thanks for the $200K worth of support and everything, but look, you can't be within 500 feet of me, like ever, alright? By the way, I need more groceries. So now that you've seen the mom side of the story, let's go over to wannabe Hulk's perspective and see what he thinks of this whole situation. And let's all just collectively enjoy how big of a joke he makes of himself here.
My mom is destroying my life. My mother is rotten and evil. She is vindictive. In 2014, I was having a lot of marriage problems. My mom turned against me.
My mom is destroying my freaking life, bro. Seriously. She cut me off financially, like she was my bank, and all of a sudden she just closed up shop. Like, how unfair is that, bro? I need money to feed my family. What am I gonna do now? Get a job? Please, don't be ridiculous. You sound like my mom, dude.
One time, she said, Jason, I'm putting insurance on the car. Then I hit an antelope at 80 miles an hour. It was like $3,800 worth of damage.
So this dude absolutely pulverizes an antelope going 80 miles an hour on some back road probably. And since he was too dumb and broke to buy his own car insurance, he just expected his mom to have taken care of it. What a dingus, man. I bet that car got destroyed too. Like, he's just lucky to have made it out without a scrape. Because, I mean, hitting something that fast could kill you, honestly.
I just want her dead. I have 2 daughters. I don't want my kids to see this chaos anymore.
Yikes, bro. This is reaching dangerous levels of stupidity here. We're about to be burning some brain cells off, boys. This man just actually said he wishes his mom was dead because she stopped paying for his entire existence and supporting him throughout his mid-40s. Is he secretly a 14-year-old emo kid trapped in a 40-something-year-old man's body? Because who just said that about their parent? He also talked about how he has attempted 5 times now to get a restraining order against his mom because she is so evil and a danger to his family. Really though, I just think this dude got his feelings hurt and is mad that she cut him off financially.
My brother Brandon, he's spoiled. He hasn't had a job in 4 years. My brother disrespected my girlfriend Stephanie. I want to kill him.
Wait. Hold up a darn second here, my dude. You are really hating on your brother, calling him spoiled, when you have been financially supported by your mother for a long time now? Seriously, how could this guy be any less self-aware? What an absolute joke, man. He just hates on anyone that is honest with him, probably. Like, he just cannot take the truth because he knows how sad of a life he's living. And also, what's up with this dude wanting people dead? You know, he was going in all harshly on his brother, and I thought that was it, but nah, his roid side came out to play at the very end there, and he just spewed out, I want to kill him. Like, what a psycho, man.
You're 43?
Yep.
If I didn't know your age, and I read the things you were saying here, I would think you were 16.
Okay.
Yes. Dr. Phil actually agrees with me here, guys. I'm telling you, I could run my own show like this, I think, at this point. But if you were to just be told as an outsider what this man had been saying and what he's been through, without showing them a picture of him, you would definitely just think it's just some punk high school kid that doesn't understand how helpful his parent was actually being and is too immature to realize the full situation. Dude needs to get a grip on reality fast and wake up from this dream world that he's been spending all his time in, because I'm guessing if this continues, he's gonna have a hard time raising his family right. Well, I'm sure he already is having a hard time right now. Sounds to me like he's still too immature at this point to even have kids or properly raise them in the first place.
You said, I hate her. She's rotten. I wish she was dead. You said you'd kill your brother. You wish she was dead.
My brother sent me a really mean text, so you know what? I just want to off him. I think that's the only course of action because my brain is so fried from all these chemicals in my body at any given time that I can't really decipher what real life even is anymore. Anyone who disrespects me should be 6 feet under. So guys, real quick, I have a super fast challenge that only takes 5 seconds to complete. So if you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just give it a try, it really works.
So you believe that she is going to stalk and gun y'all down?
Well, she's crazy. Look at her. I mean, why would you want to? I mean, I don't know.
Man, I love when Dr. Phil actually adds in some comedy into these shows. You know, his physical delivery on some of this stuff actually does put a pretty nice finishing touch on these segments, especially when they're just super negative like this one. So this absolute moron claims that his mom is a maniac that owns many, many weapons, and he fears for his and his kids' lives. But actually, if anything, he's the crazier one, and they should probably take a closer look at how he lashes out because of his steroid usage. I mean, the dude's probably just freaking out over the smallest stuff. Also, there's no way this mom would just all of a sudden go crazy and snap. She's trying to get you to grow up, and she just wants to stop having to pay for your whole life, bro. That's it. It's not like she's angry with you or anything. She just wants you to stop doing what you're doing and to have a job and be a big boy.
No, I'm trying to find out where reality stops and just anger impulse begins. If you honestly believe this woman is a risk for gunning your daughters down.
Okay, maybe.
449.
Way to expose him, Dr. Phil. You know, he actually just took those words straight from the paperwork that this dude wrote up in his request for a restraining order against his mom, the 5th one. might I remind you, and just straight up told the world that he was lying about it and that he was just angry and lashing out at her by doing this. This man is legitimately a man-child, and I'm actually really glad that he's getting exposed for it on live TV, because people like this are just the absolute worst. Look, he has this supportive mom that was basically helping him and his family live for the past few years, and as soon as she finds out he's doing all this messed up stuff to his body and kind of going crazy after his divorce, she cuts him off, which in my eyes is a very reasonable thing to do in that situation. I mean, her giving him all that money in the first place is probably a pretty bad idea to begin with. Like Dr. Phil said to her earlier, I don't know if I included that in the video or not, but I agree with that. And cutting him off right then and there was the right thing to do, even if he doesn't like it. This man was even leveraging her with seeing her grandchildren and saying that she would never see them again if she stopped giving him money, which is just the scummiest thing that I've ever heard, and honestly feel bad for those kids since they're stuck being raised by this absolute buffoon. But guys, that about wraps it up for today's video. Feel free to let me know down in the comments what you thought of this dude. I think I've made my stance on him pretty clear up to this point. If you enjoyed, feel free to drop a like, subscribe, and hit the bell to turn on notifications so that you never miss an upload and have a chance of being in my early squad for every video. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one, and until then, peace out.
You know how I know you suck? Because your username is ISuck247.
Oh, you know how I know you suck? Because you're dead.
No!
Did you just break your controller?
So lame. Okay, new controller. Coupon code. What are these weird websites? Are any of these codes gonna work? Coupon love spam? Here we go. Totally trustworthy coupon codes that alwayswork.com. Ugh. Is this for real? What? It automatically finds and applies the best promo code? Awesome.
Oh!
You know how I know you suck? Because your mom's better than you.
You know how I know you suck? I win!
Did you just break your controller again?
At Intuit, you're not just solving coding and data problems. You're solving something bigger. Half of small businesses fail within 5 years, and more people have more debt than ever. Our mission is to turn these statistics around through giant advances in tech that help power prosperity for our 50 million customers around the world. Join our mission at intuitcareers.com.
God dang it.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to Grim. Today we're meeting what some